What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy with Plus Unit Picks, and we have a loaded slate today. Not only is it NBA Saturday, okay, but it's the first NBA Saturday and the first March Madness Saturday of the year. Yeah, okay. So the slate's loaded today, wall-to-wall basketball day and night. So that's what we live for as basketball fans, guys. So I'm pumped, I'm stoked. Real quick on the recap. Last night was a tough one. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The free plays totally underperformed. We went 1-2 on the slate for the free plays. We went 1-1. We split even on the VIP plays. So I'm just going to keep that real with you guys. Brandon Ingram literally missed the last shot of the game. Okay, it went down to the wire. It was a tough shot to make in the corner. But one more basket and we would have cashed that ticket and we would have gone 2-1. So it's crazy how things work, right? The play was right. I thought the numbers added up. You know, everything was in alignment, but sometimes things don't align like we think. So we're going to bounce back tonight. We got a brand new slate, a lot of exciting picks. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and go check out the Winnable page. My link is in the description. Free membership or VIP. Let's get into it, guys. Let's not miss out. Real quick, before we jump into the picks, I have something to share with you all. If you're not on Better, from what you can see here on the screen, you're leaving money on the table, okay? Up to $200 in bonuses, in bonus bets. So they're running a promo called No Sweat Entries where you get two $100 tokens each. So if one of the entries loses, you get to run it right back. So it's almost like betting insurance. So I don't know how many books are running that type of an offer right now, but it's a pretty good offer, okay? Scan the QR code you see here on the screen or download it from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Scan my code or use my code +1, that's PLUS1, and send me, the other part to it is if you send me a screenshot to the phone number you see on the screen here, I'll get you access. If you use my code, I'll get you access to my free VIP. To my VIP for 30 days for free and Winnable. So again, the link is in the description. If you guys are already using Better, I have another one. Yeah, I have another one for you guys to check out, and that is Novig, okay? Novig, I really like their platform. You spend $5 right now on the promo, and you get $50 in free bets, okay? So if you use my code you see here on the screen, Plus Unit, right? PLUSUNIT, and send me a screenshot that you signed up to the number you see on the screen. I'll also get you access for free to my VIP for the whole month, okay? 30 days access for free if you do that. So don't miss out, guys. That's a easy way to build your bankroll. If you're not doing that, you're playing the game all wrong, seriously, okay? So, pick number one. NBA Saturday, baby. March Madness Saturday, baby. We have Desmond Bane under 1.5 blocks and steals. Listen, Bane is one of the best scorers on the Magic, right? He's absolutely on fire lately. He's been absolutely on fire. 35 points against the Cavs, 30 against Minnesota, 22 against Washington in overtime a few nights ago. He's in full scorer mode right now. That's why I like this play. He's locked in when he's locked in offensively like this, he's not thinking about getting deflections and blocks and so forth. He's really going after the buckets, right? So on the season, he's averaging just 0.3 blocks and 1.1 steals per game. That is barely over one combined, on a great night. So tonight, Orlando is against the Lakers, the Lake Show, and Bane is going to be in attack mode on offense, getting to 1.5 combined blocks and steals would be a massive outlier, in my opinion, for what, how he's playing right now. So I'm going to hammer that under. Just going to dive into the numbers really quick. Okay, over the last 5 games, he is not hitting, right? So he's actually hitting for us if we're fading him on a 80% clip, 4 of 5. So he's not getting over 1.5 blocks over the past 5 games. Over the past 10 games, he's hitting the clip at 80%. So he's not hitting that on 80% of the past 10 games. Over the past 20, it's lower at 60%, but 60% is still great. to bet on. Head to head, let's see. So head to head this year, he didn't hit the number. He only had one steal against the Lakers last month in February. So how the Lakers fare, against opponents, the opposing position, similar to what Bane plays, the shooting guard position, the two-man. The Lakers are number 1 in blocks allowed against opposing shooting guards in the league. Okay, that's a high probability stat for me. I'll bet on that all day. Steals allowed, they're middle of the pack, but hey, based upon the other numbers that we just looked at over the past, 5, 10, and 20 games, that's something I'm willing to lock in. So that's going to be the first pick of the day on the slate for the free picks, Desmond Bane. Then we're going to move to the second one, which is going to be Chet Holmgren, which is over 9.5 rebounds and assists. Chet has been pretty good to us lately on the slates. So he's an NBA All-Star this season pretty much, Right now he's playing the best basketball of his career, his young career. Over the last 7 games, he's been averaging 11.3 rebounds and 1.6 assists. So that's nearly 13 combined, and they're only asking us to clear 9.5. Okay, so that's a low number to me based upon how he's been performing. He just pulled down 12 rebounds against the Magic on Tuesday and 9 against Minnesota on Sunday. So he's one of the 3 players in the entire NBA averaging 17 points and 9 rebounds on 55% shooting. Okay, the other 2 are Giannis and Jokic. That's good company to me, if you ask me. Okay, so tonight the Thunder, they're at home against the Wizards, and the Wizards are one of the worst rebounding teams in the league. So let's dive into the numbers real quick. Over the last 5 games, Chet is over. It looks like the average is only 9, but as far as over the last 5 games, he's hitting that number at a 60% clip. Okay, the median is 10. Over the past 10 games, he's hitting the number at an 80% clip with 12.5. He's averaging 12.5 over the past 10 games. So that's 80%. And then if we look at the last 20 games, that's 70%. He's averaging 11.65 rebounds and assists. How he fares, or how the center position regarding the Wizards, as I said, they're kind of the worst rebounding teams in the league. They're bottom 3. Okay, so as far as rebounds allowed to opposing centers, they're bottom 3 in the league. Assists allowed, they're at 2.8, which they're middle of the pack. So obviously, I think Chet could probably get it on all rebounds alone, but he can pass the ball, So he's got that skill set. I don't see why this would not be a lock for a free for it being number 2 on the slate here. Take that all day, seriously. All right. So the third one I've got is Jalen Green. So that's Jalen Green at under 1.5 blocks and steals. So Jalen Green, it looks like, he's more of a scorer, pure and simple. Since coming back from the hamstring injury, he's been averaging, it says, 27.5 points per game over the last 6 outings and shooting the ball at an elite level. But blocks and steals, that's not really his game, per se. He just had 1 block and 4 steals against Sacramento. Yeah, that was more of an outlier, massive outlier. The game before that, he had 0 blocks and 1 steal. So, tonight, Phoenix is in Milwaukee against the Bucks. And Green is going to be focused entirely on putting up points under 1.5 blocks and steals. That's easy money for me. Let's dive into the numbers. Over the past 5 games, he's basically, if you faded him, you'd win 60% of the time on this stat line, under 1.5 blocks and steals. Over the past 10 games, it's at 70%, right? Over 20, it's at 70%. That's pretty high. And then head to head, so far this year, it's at 100%. Actually, no. This year, yeah, it is at 100% because they had a matchup on March the 10th. So how the Bucks fare against the opposing shooting guards in the league, which is Jalen's position. Blocks allowed, they're top 8, and blocks allowed. So they're not allowing blocks against opposing shooting guards. It's at 0.5. And then middle of the pack when it comes to steals allowed at 1.7. Not too bad of a red flag for me. That's enough for me to enough evidence for me to take the third pick for Jalen Green. But that should about wrap it up, guys. Again, don't forget to utilize the Sportsbook Better or Novig. They're running 2 different offers. You know, if you're already using Better, check out Novig. If you're already using Novig, check out Better. Free money on the table if you use my code to sign up on Better. +1, send me a screenshot. Do the same thing with Novig, which is +unit. So that should about wrap things up. Those are the official plays of the day. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys are going to tail, fade, or what you like versus what you didn't like. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Good luck, guys. Later.